Salem lives in an informal settlement in Windhoek, Namibia. He is making a difference in his community. He has a love for fashion.
Fashion, I picture it as take me over the world, and a lot of things are coming up for fashion and styling business.
His passion has motivated him to reach out to other young men to realize their dreams.
I have realized that we need to work harder when it comes to the response of HIV and AIDS, because when you look at other young men in the community, so they are mostly involved in issues of factors that contribute to the spread of HIV and AIDS.
He volunteers at a local youth-friendly clinic as a counselor.
At Nampa Clinic, I work as a counselor. I do HIV and AIDS counseling to the clients that come for testing. Before they go for testing, they have to pass through me.
According to UNAIDS data, men are less likely to get tested for HIV and access HIV treatment than women.
Men are just not showing up for services. If you look at couples testing, for instance, very few men accompany their females to go for testing, and it's a challenge trying to get the female to bring the male to come for testing.
The First Lady of Namibia and UNAIDS Special Advocate knows this all too well.
Like we always say when it comes to gender inequality, that you cannot leave half of your population behind. The same is true in the response. So as we're taking women along, we must take men along as well as part of the solution.
Governments and UNAIDS are reaching out to men to take up HIV testing, to put those in need on treatment and encourage prevention methods like condoms and medical male circumcision. Xolela moved from the small town of Alice in the Eastern Cape province in South Africa to Johannesburg 6 years ago.
You can imagine coming from a small town to the big city, the hype, the lights, everything was overwhelming.
While in a long-term relationship, he and his partner at the time were diagnosed with HIV last year.
You know, when Xolela told me about his status, the person that he is, hey, it was not like we were sitting, you know, just watching TV. Honestly, we were walking. And he didn't give me a chance, you know, to process the whole thing. I only digested the whole thing after I was alone. Okay, this person told me that he's positive. But it was never this person that was feeling sorry for himself. So for me, it has been like simple to support him in all the way, you know.
Xolela only tested for HIV at a late stage.
To my surprise, the CD4 count was very low. We sat with the counselor, they explained everything to me, started taking my medication on a daily basis.
He made life changes.
I remember when I started taking the medication, I cut alcohol out completely. And then now I drink every once in a while. And also I pay attention to what I eat and try to drink more water as possibly as I can.
He also began counseling others.
I've become more of a responsible person and also trying to engage people to actually get tested and trying to talk to friends as well that they can still actually go and have their tests done. Regardless of the results, life is still out there. We can still achieve the goals that we want to achieve.
In Fred's case, it's not only his well-being that counts. He lives in Uganda with his family. His wife is living with HIV, but Fred and their children are HIV negative.
As a family, we decided to talk about these couples. So if you find your wife is infected and you are not, or the man is infected and you are not, it's not the end of your marriage.
His wife's fear of admitting to living with HIV made him to do everything he could as a partner and father.
He supports me and my children. He helps me to take my antiretroviral medicines and to stay on my treatment. Sometimes he even keeps my appointments for me. He will check in the book to find out when my next appointment is. If I cannot go, he will even go and get my medicines for me.
Their experience motivated him to raise awareness among men in his fishing village to go for HIV testing and treatment. It is not only ordinary men who want to inspire others. The King of Toro, Uganda, and UN/AIDS cultural champion is reaching out to young people.
As a UN ambassador for the youth in Africa, especially in Eastern Africa and Southern Africa, I hope to reduce AIDS by 2030. That is the goal, not only here in Uganda, but in my kingdom, Toro Kingdom.
When men are engaged, they are more likely to access health and HIV services, support their partners, and inspire others.
By reaching men, we will end the AIDS epidemic as a public health threat by 2030.
AIDS is not over, but it can be.